Okay, ooh, let me actually move there, because it will obstruct the view a bit. So, I am gonna be covering the patch notes now. If you are interested in seeing the balance patch, I have linked a separate video in the pinned comment, because this time I'm gonna separate balance patch and the patch notes video. The balance patch is already out, so you can check that out here. For this one, I'll only cover the the regular patch for both Korean server, which is a big one, as you can see, look at the scroll bar side, as well as the NA one. So starting off with the NA and global patches, it's a no maintenance one, so what's changing is the water hub is finally getting added to Illusion Garden. It will be available next week from December 25th to 31st. Fire Sky Dancer is a banner. There will be new collection challenges, of course, and there will be new events. So Arena Surprise Wheel, and we are getting some sort of a follow-up Christmas event. This one will last over a month, so it will probably be a big one. But it's only starting tomorrow. As usual, for big events, they start on Friday instead of Thursday. Now that we're done with this one, we're gonna jump into the big one, the Korean patch with a lot of new changes. Okay, so let's look through this. Okay, improved effects and formula. That's a lot of changes. Okay, undead. The damage amount is adjusted as the undead debuff effect is changed so that it is not affected by defense power like continuous damage. Wait, was it affected before? Oh, so okay, so it's now, it will technically do more damage because it ignores defense basically. Interesting, interesting. Stamina regeneration. The part where stamina recovers slightly during non-combat has been removed. That was a thing? That was ever a thing? Assassin AI. Assassin attack target priority AI has been lowered for support and close targets. Good, good. Fuck, damn. Them attacking support units was the biggest downfall, because support units have very, very high HP usually. So this might make assassins actually usable now. Arena, Challenge and Brawl. So the deduction of damage received by the summoner is changed from 10 to 13.5%. And the amount of recovery given by the summoner is reduced by 20%. Oh, straight up Kino nerf. Yeah, that's just like a Kino nerf, because not a lot of other summoners heal. Like, Solata heals a bit with her dash. Cliff now heals a bit with his, like, water passive or whatever. Not water passive. Is it water passive? I think it's water passive. But yeah, this is mostly targeted Hina. So 20% nerf. That's a big one. The reduction in the recovery amount given by summons, so by monsters, is changed from 10% to 20%. So monsters now heal 10% less. About time. I can't stand this immunity healing shielding meta. It's so boring. Change to start with one stack of evasion? Is everyone gonna have one evasion stack now? Like buff? We'll have to test that out. We'll have to test that out. That sounds very weird. Why? I guess it's just to prevent archers or basic attack units from like completely dominating within a few seconds. That is such a weird thing to add. That is such a weird thing to add. Before occupation, so I honestly have no clue what before occupation is. I think this is mean siege. So the amount of the recovery given by the summoner, yeah, so the same thing as the brawl and challenge. Why not just add it here? Okay. So the same thing in arena and siege, except the damage taken from summoners increasing or decreasing. And in battlefield, the amount of the recovery given by summoners and monsters reduced by 20%. Okay, fair. I don't really use healers there much, so not a huge effect to me. Now for the balance patch, I covered the whole thing in the previous video. So again, if you're interested, click the pinned comment. Click the link in the pinned comment. Spoiler alert. The patch is very lackluster, yeah? The balance patch at least. Okay, transformation. So we have 2 new transmogs. So we have the Beast Riders. Oh, these are so cute. Look at this. Then again, it is a snow-themed one, but the Beast Rider, like the actual human, is literally just wearing a bra. I don't know. You do the logic. You do the logic. And Panda Warriors. These look epic. I wonder how they'll look in game. We'll have to look how they... Okay, Summon Beast Research. So this was actually a 5th tab that was open in the Summoner book. So I'm quite excited to see how that works out. We'll test it out. Additional stats are granted when the research conditions for the fire, water, and wind attributes of a 5-star unit are met. Additional stats also apply to the light and dark attributes of the same summon. Oh, so you have... Okay, level 1, individual acquisition. So level 1 is as long as you have them. Level 2 is achieving level 5 awakening of all of them. Level 3 is achieving level 80 of all of them. So far, pretty easy. Level 4 is individual skills level up. Okay, so you need to have at least 10 skill ups in all of them. For level 4 and level 5 achieving level 15 awakening. Now that's a bit difficult. And yeah, there looks like there are some maybe just stat buffs. Again, we'll check it out in game in English because in Korean it's a bit difficult to read. But yeah, looks like all of the units will just be getting some kind of a buff to them, yeah? Based on the condition. Again, this looks like level 1. So the level 2, level 3 buffs might be significantly better, right? We'll see. Battlefield. So, new sports mode is added, right? So, all levels... Okay, sports mode. Let's read about that. This is a mode which all users play with equal abilities regardless of the individual growth of the summoner and the summoner. And even the summons that have not been developed can be used freely. Oh, so from what I understand, basically whatever unit you pick will just be like fully maxed out or something like that. The combat power of all summoners and summoned monsters is adjusted to be the same, okay. All levels are applied at maximum levels and skills, and the summoner has not less are not applied. Oh, so max skills and max level, but the skills that you haven't unlocked will not be granted or something like that. Food buffs and weapon properties are applied differently for each individual, so you can still modify it with food and weapon properties. So that probably means just the type of a weapon, something like marsh, meters, all of that. Howling Precipice, 4 days and Sports Day. Oh, so this is the schedule. Then Moon Shadow Forest. Oh, so for the 3v3 battlefield, it will be sports mode only, so 4 days of that. And for the other two, it will be 2 days of one and 2 days of sports mode. Interesting. You know what? Let me check if it's sports mode right now, because I do want to test it out on a stream. Okay, nice. We do have the 3v3 battlefield of sports mode live right now, so thankfully we'll be able to at least test that in a live stream, yeah? Okay, next up, the Galagos ruins. Oh, look at that. Now, keep in mind that Korea has a different Galagos, so this might be a change for them only, right? So, will be organized and run as a temporary season during the period below. So until, so the next 4 weeks basically. Ranking and season reward will not be processed during this season. Changed to a total of 60 stages with 10 zones and 6 stages each zone. When clearing a stage, the action power of each summon is reduced by 5? Wow, that's a lot. The basic action power of a pet is 10, and the action power of a pet that can be obtained from the Galagos, so extra use basically. Okay, so this is like a temporary Galagos. I'm not sure if this will apply to us though. Because I don't think they would run a temporary season where they like screwed up the Galagos for the global server, right? I think we are gonna get the old one. But just in case we do get the new one, let's look at the rewards. So, okay, so total of 16 stages. Okay, so basically it's 10 floors. Like the same system as it was before, but it's only 10 floors. And they're much, much more difficult, right? So you get 10k coins from each stage pretty much, up to like 11.5k. You get around 1 million gold per whole floor, and in total, oh wow, that's like up to 3 million here. Wait, that's a lot. That is like good 20 million at least, right? And for the fine stones, so that's like 5k per stage up to 12k per stage. So on average, that will be like 8k. So around 80k the fine stones for the whole thing, right? Okay, interesting. We'll test that out as well. We'll see what the season is about. And yeah, the balance of monsters and artifacts will be adjusted. As the area shrinks, the maximum level of each artifact is reduced to half. And the existing... Wait, what? Wait, what? The balance of monsters and artifacts will be adjusted according... This is like Galagos special, but... Yeah, I don't know. The commanded power... I do hit 700k, so I think we'll be able to complete it maybe. The forging stones are added to the Galagos store! Oh! 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 Whoa! This is big! This is big! No restrictions! No restrictions! If this comes out in global, this is a massive update. 30k coins for 1000 refine stones. Infinite. Infinite. This... I really recommend saving a lot of your Galagos coins. This is a massive change. Okay, nice. Okay, looks like Brawl Arena is getting an interesting change. So previously, if I'm understanding this correctly, this refers to the pre-ban, which means like instead of selecting one unit that you want to ban, you can now select 2. So that's a big change, you know. I don't know who it will benefit more, like super OP LD units or regular units, but yeah, you can now pre-ban 2 OP units that you don't like instead of just 1, which is pretty big. And now we got some events, so we couldn't see it in global patch notes, but we can see a teaser of it in here. So this is the Santa event that we're getting. It's gonna be the same event that we get, is that they get, but then again, for them it also only starts tomorrow, so the earliest we can view that is like evening of today, right? So there's some sort of a stepping mechanism, right? Like snakes and ladders or whatever. Yeah, you go like that. The rewards themselves are 5 artifacts, breath of life, nothing special here. Some of them don't even have an artifact. And it looks like the next special reward will be, like there will be another special reward box. This is probably gonna be like a selection box of something. Hard to say what that is actually, only one. Or maybe, maybe it will be like a box you open and you get a lot of items. It's probably not gonna be a selection one. Okay, and Go Become Santa. Yeah, that's the same event. Go Become Santa, you get these dices from a bingo, it looks like. Okay, so I translated it, and it says that you get a single gift, basically this single gift, every time you clear Caiross or Path of Growth dungeons. So 16 tiles times 15 that's needed to unlock this. You unlock a... No, so you can clear the whole bingo board in... What is that? 16 times 15? 240? Yeah, 240. You need 240 of Path of Growth or Essence Dungeon entries in order to clear a single board. And from here I can see you get 10 of these dices, and I'm guessing each dice will roll some kind of a number here. You need 21 to get the max reward, it looks like. Wait, there's even... Oh, I just noticed. Look at that. There's 7 tiles hidden behind the reward. Wait, this is a bit confusing. Do these move just by 1? Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. This is a very confusing event. I still can't tell whether this is like 1... It moves by 1 each, or if it's a dice roll and it's an RNG drop, right? But yeah, we'll see. Pretty interesting. Banyan Trader, we already have that since last week. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The rest are just bug fixes. So yeah, Not a massive patch, but still quite a few significant changes, especially the pre-ban. The pre-ban, the defined stones in Galagos shop is big. So yeah, that's about it. And see you in the live stream.